me the big one. So what did you do to this round? It's a little different than the last one that I had.
Well, summer menu had, summer ingredients. This one we went to the fall one. We did some sweet potato, roasted some Brussels sprouts, added some fennel, some shallots, and then with some spiced apples and a little honey.
Sweet.
Oh, that smoke flavor is just so good.
It really pairs nicely with that apple.
So what do you think?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I like how you guys do something different with it every season. It makes it kind of work together. And Brussels sprouts are one of my favorite things.
So how did this relationship start with us in Lake Avenue and Yker?
So I think it was about 2012, and we were raising vegetables at the time, and Lake Avenue seemed like the natural place to start, this nice small bistro kind of place. And yeah, so we started bringing vegetables in, and they were super supportive, and we weren't very good at it, but as soon as we started raising pigs, Lake Avenue was the first one that asked for pigs from us, and it's just been kind of like that ever since. So our farmstead here is 160 acres. We have about 70 acres of tillable ground, 80 acres of pasture, and then the other part is used up with barns and homestead. Pigs, just like human beings, they need exercise and they need to have space to roam around, and we like our pigs to be able to be pigs.
To me, a happy pig is a pig that sleeps all day long and comes up to you and wants to be petted and scratched. They just love to lounge around and hang out and eat their grass, and a relaxed pig is a happy pig. I like just being able to see the farrow to finish. That's what it is. We're a farrow to finish operation. You feed that animal, you take care of it and make sure it's happy, and then you harvest it, and you get to see what wonderful things the chefs do with your food. And you get to really feel good about yourself at the end of the day. I like that.
My name is Matt Weik. This is Yker Acres Farm, and we raise pigs and grass-fed beef and chickens. Raising multiple types of animals was really important to us, and we also had a massive amount of pasture that is too sensitive for pigs because of this old growth pine forest, but it's great for cows. And there's a really big demand for grass-fed, grass-finished. Like these guys never get grain. They're fun to have around even when they're causing trouble, like Nigel. They help us provide a lot of fertility to our fields and our pastures, and we've seen it in just one season, the difference that having them around has made. So we're really lucky in Duluth, especially. There's a strong sense of community and a strong movement towards people wanting clean food, and the support they have for local agriculture, especially in the restaurants that we work with, is phenomenal. Lake Avenue and Derek and the whole crew there have been very formative. They were the first, they bought dirty lettuce from us and washed it in their sinks when we were first struggling and trying to get a foothold, and just, they've been really formative in teaching me how to work with restaurants and figure out how to create supply chains and deal with the back of the house and stuff. It's just been a really great relationship to work with them. Can't thank the places in town enough that are willing to put in the extra effort it takes to work with local farms to create this green economy that we're building, and it's very vibrant in our area. Because this area used to feed Duluth. This is, if you drive around, you'll see old root cellars in the groves that used to be stocked full of cabbage and potatoes and rutabagas, and this is what fed Duluth. And I think it can again. So how do you develop a recipe? Like, where do you start with? What's your thought process?
Well, I mean, it's a process that changes, I think, every time, depending on what the product is, you know. And sometimes it's like when you come in and you're like, hey, I have some ossobuco or something, you know, and what can we do with it, or what can you do with it? And just it starts from there of just kind of like thinking of weird ideas we could do, coming to the cooks and being, what do you guys think about this product? What do you think we could do with it? And then from there, you know, we decide like a path, and then the flavors and the plating kind of just come after that. And a lot of the things for me is color. I like color on plates. My name is Jeffrey Zervas, and we are here at Lake Avenue Restaurant and Bar, and we're going to be making our smoked pork chop from Yker Acres Farm. So first we're going to get ourselves a nice little grill mark going. Get one of our nice pans going here, nice and hot. Pork chop comes with a side of Brussels sprouts and sweet potato puree. So we're gonna get that pan nice and hot. We'll throw our Brussels sprouts right in. Get those cooking. Meanwhile, get a little bit of our sweet potato puree cooking. Sweet potato puree is made by roasting our sweet potatoes and then blending them up with a little cream and butter. Let's get a little bit of color on our Brussels sprouts. We're gonna add some fennel, a little bit of shallots, a little garlic, salt, a little black pepper. Give it a nice little toss. And into the oven it goes. A little bit of creme fraiche, pepper, a little salt in the sweet potatoes. And let continue to warm up. All right, once they've been going for a little bit, flip them. Let them keep going. All right, so we got a little butter here going. We're gonna make our spiced apples. We're really healthy here at Lake Avenue, so we like a lot of butter. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and plate here. Sweet potatoes are nice and warm, so we'll mount that with a little bit of butter. Give it a little taste, make sure it's good. Yep. What we try to do is give people ingredients and products as good as possible. Like, we want to have the best products, the most local products available. We'll give it a nice little swish here. Next, it's our roasted Brussels sprouts with a little shallots and fennel. There's something to say about it. You can put anything on a plate and make it look good and semi-taste good, but having the true local product and products that are cared about and have like passion behind them, you know, really show on the plate. It really brings the plate to a different level. Then to finish, a little fiend herb. There you have it. Beautiful Yker Acres smoked pork chop.
So what do you think about the idea that people come to you for their nourishment and that you feed them and that's your living?
I think it's very humbling in a sense. I think you can go anywhere to eat, but for people to try to come to our restaurant is very cool, and feeding people is something that's very important, to give them a product that they should be putting in their body, that I want them to try and eat. To give somebody one of your products and show them what they can do with it, and then tell them that they can find these products locally too and bring them home and have them eat them, I think is something very cool. What about for you?
Well, for us, you know, the greatest reward we have is that this is really one of the only things I've ever done in my life, career-wise or even anything, that I will give people a bill and they thank me, which means a lot, because You know, money is kind of what rules our world, and if you're willing to give it up and thank somebody for that, that means a lot, that they're really happy with what you've done.
We work with farmers like you that give us products that, you know, make us have great food. We can't put out great plates with a good product, right? So
I think it's a combination of both things going on. I can't make this pork chop taste like this in my house.